Today, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's got some space here. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers.
They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
The Niners at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And now they'll throw with Lance. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here's Lance.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
And Lance's throw brought in by Bellinger.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And he will find his man Samuel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Again, it's Lance.
This will be caught. It's Samuel. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. From the gun, it's Lance.
His pass caught at the 4.
And the Niners are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. To throw, it's Lance.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The numbers for Sanders last week: 18 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because those big guys up front are doing work. But now, the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him at the end zone in this one.
And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing, Brissett. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Chandler Jones in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brissett, open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now Brissett. It's caught, Lockett. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles is looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
This defense for the Niners, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. These two teams all tied after one.
On play action, Lance.
And this one's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Going up top. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
A quick throw there going to be batted away at incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Brissett now. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Now Lance. That's complete. It's Cornell Powell.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. He's airing it out for Williams. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From midfield, here's Lance. He's got this complete to Williams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And Lance now to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Powell. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And another juke. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right back to Sanders on 1st down to about the 40-yard line.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure it? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
3rd and short yardage, Brissett. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here's Lance to throw it. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
And Lance going to throw.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Lance looking to throw it.
And that'll be incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
From the right hash, this from 48.
The kick by Bass is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Brissett. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Play action now. Brissett. He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the gun, here's Brissett. This complete to Lockett. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Gano's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Lance looks to throw again. That's into the hands of Powell. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will extend their lead even further. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Now a play fake. Lance. He's got this to Williams, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Jamison Williams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Throwing now is Lance. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. This is McCaffrey on the give. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. And now they'll throw with Lance. And he whips that one incomplete there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Lance. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Lance. He's got Bellinger. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lance. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 31, Brissett. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Four yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, his 5th overall. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. On the move to his left. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Lance being chased out left. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Shifts by him. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On first down, Lance
gets this one to Juszczyk.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. They'll run with McCaffrey. Dancing away at the 35. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Back to throw. Lance. He's got it to Williams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Davis-Price on first and 10.
This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
To throw, it's Lance. Right side to Williams.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
From the gun, it's Lance.
And it's caught. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown 49ers. What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Well, that'll be incomplete. No, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
This offense so far on third down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Brissett. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Again, it's Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Brissett. And that will be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At their own 22.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance completes it to Samuel.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 123 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Second down, here's Davis Price.
And some room to maneuver. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Ready.
This is McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Brissett.
Going right back to Fant.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 41, Brissett. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Brissett. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Niners, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the L.A. Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.